My greenhouse went from this to this in a matter of 3 days, and I'm going to take you on the journey to seeing how it happened. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Scatter's Homestead. This is Candy. Today is an extremely exciting day for us. I'm unfortunately not doing awesome, but that's a typical Monday for me. I work a long day on Sundays, so that always ends up meaning my Mondays are slow, and I just try to pick myself up to get to work tomorrow. But anyways, that's not why I'm here to talk to you. Today is an exciting day because we have a crew that has come in and donated their time to come and finish up the exterior of the greenhouse, and they expect to get that all done today. So that will be all the windows, all of the siding or the tin, and all the exterior soffits, fascia, all that stuff. That the building will be completely sealed up. That would be weeks of work for Sheldon and I. So for us to just imagine that this project could be done within the day is just unheard of. And very hard to imagine. I could hardly get myself to sleep last night because I was just anticipating this day. And of course I wake up not feeling well, so I'm actually behind them. I wanted to have a time lapse going for you right from the beginning to the end that you could see the transformation. But I'm gonna go out there now and I'm gonna set up that time lapse so that you can see the progress. And then, once they have left and completed the project, we still have to work on the interior. We still have to put in the wood stove. We have to build all the shelving, which is just, that won't take long. That's just a couple hours. But then we have to build some workbenches, install a sink. We have to do all those extra pieces. But we were starting to feel like we were running out of time, that we didn't have an opportunity to actually work on this as much as we wanted to anymore, because obviously we're building this for the Scatter's mission, and that means we have to grow the mission, which is the vegetables, and we're getting to that point where we have to prep the garden. So this is just an extremely wonderful blessing for us to have this crew come in, take care of all of this, that we can start using the building as it is, and then we can work on other things. That is the frame for that oak door that we've been preparing for. That will all get installed today, not the stained glass part because we're not done that, but we'll install the stained glass when that's completed. We'll just pull the door out for that time and then we'll install that. But as you can see, there's one window in already right there. That is the monster window. We have one more monster window coming in, which we found in our garage, and that we've already pulled out. But yeah, they're just cleaning up all the edges around every window, getting ready for installation. My time lapse isn't working, but this is where we're at. It is lunchtime, and you can see Tyvek has been put on the first layer. So you can see right there, we're gonna have to put on a little bit more, but another window is coming in. Sheldon's dancing for us. That was so nice. So yeah, this is how far we got by noon. The other door is installed on the other side. We'll go take a look at that. This is the oak door that is in the front of the greenhouse. This is the one that is going to get the stained glass on it. Super excited about that.
I have not been videotaping at all today. I have just been working, but I am just super excited. I got that chimney in. We're almost ready to go. We've got the wood stove is going in right now, right there. my little wood stove for my maple sugar shack. We've got windows basically in on this side. Ernie has just given her with his crew. I love these guys with all my heart and soul. Super pumped. It's super exciting. I am just so excited. So yeah, we've got the Tyvek on, got the doors in, and chimneys up. So we're just gonna put the shield over top of that, and then the cover on, and then we are good to go. I'm gonna be cooking maple syrup tonight. Woo!
I have to apologize, you guys. It's been an entire week since Sheldon and I recorded these last few videos. It has been so busy. It's been out of control. We have so much going on here. As you knew, we were desperate to start cooking maple syrup. We were desperate to get this project done. And so, as I told you at the beginning of this video, the crew was expecting to be here for 1 week, or 1 day, sorry, 1 day only. But we had so many windows and they wanted to do it right. They wanted to go ahead. They wanted to trim everything, put caulking around all the windows. They wanted this building sealed properly, done properly. And I'm so grateful for it, because I know we probably would have skipped some of these steps just because we didn't know any better. But yeah, so they were here. They ended up being here 3 days throughout the week, and they got a lot of work done. So we started cooking maple syrup. We got that wood stove totally set up on the first day, and we started gathering. And of course, we have some videos on the gathering part, but we didn't take a lot of video on the construction side. Some days I was just too sick to come out and take video as the crew was working on the greenhouse. And so, yeah, you know, I missed some of it, but you're not going to miss seeing the greenhouse. So I'll take you on a bit of a tour. So this grand wall that you're seeing obviously is facing south. This is going to be taking in all the sunshine. All of these windows are actually sealed, closed windows. These windows are quite neat. Each window has a small, one of the panes. This one right here, it's a movable pane that can actually go up and down. And so we will be able to get airflow through there. And so that would be for 9 of these windows. So these 4, these 3 across, and these 4 right here. Obviously, I'll show you, we have some functioning windows. But yeah, so the tin that you see here, that is recycled tin that we had been collecting throughout the years. It's quite dirty. I'm gonna have to get a pressure washer, and we'll have to try and wash this off as much as possible. I will likely have to paint the greenhouse eventually. For now, we're just going to keep it as is, and because we're focusing on so much at this time. The concrete, obviously, this pad was put in because we ordered extra concrete. This will help again if we have people with walkers or wheelchair, or if I might all of a sudden need to use my walker here. We will still be able to access the greenhouse. So that is a big positive. So now I have you on the side of the greenhouse. This is facing the driveway, and our house is that way. Here you can see we have functioning windows. They are just simply made. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 that function. These again are sealed. And I'll just show you how they work. It was pretty handy. The original windows, these windows right here, came with all these extra pieces, hooks and that kind of stuff. They were all screwed onto there. And so we ended up using them here. So we just have a simple thing here, very simple, just to keep the window shut. It's just one of the small hooks. But if you take that hook off, we took a large hook that was, again, it was attached to the window, and we just put it like this so that you can put it right through the eye. And then it's there. The wind can't take it. It can't push the window around at all. It's stuck there. So it's a really simple design, but it works for now. Obviously, there is the thought, whoa, we don't have any screens in here. What are we going to do? Eventually, we'll have to do that. Eventually, I'll have to come up with something. I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe, having like a little bit of a gap here for this around the screen, so that this can still maneuver, this can still work, and like maybe we'll put like some kind of like brushes or something that you use for around the doors so that the mosquitoes can't get in. So that is for 1, 2, 3, 4 of the windows. And then we have these windows here, 1, 2, 3, those windows as well, they open. Something that we had to add, you might notice that there's a lot of condensation on the windows. What we had to do was we had to add a fan. So that's the sound that you're hearing here. It will be really useful for when it gets really hot in here in summertime and I'm trying to start my lettuce. It's just up there in the corner, but it's also useful because we're cooking down sap at this point. And so to cook down the sap, it's actually causing a lot of humidity in here. There's lots of condensation. So we just have that fan going 24/7 so that we can keep the condensation in here down. The first 2-3 days that we were cooking in here, there was literally puddles on the floor. There was condensation dripping down from the roof, or the ceiling. That has stopped because I do believe that a lot of this this wood has it's been out in the elements for a long time, and so it's probably collected a lot of moisture throughout the winter. So it just needed a little bit of time to dry out, but then with that added condensation or that added humidity coming from the evaporator, we just had to go ahead and just add a little bit of air movement. So we open up those windows there, and then we have a fan going so that we always have fresh air coming through the entire building. So the building so far, we have set up kind of our maple evaporator system. We just have a table there that we're working with. We have the wood stove here. I just have a pile of wood because I'm basically using kindling today to heat the evaporator. So we have the heater. This is the evaporator down here, and then this is the warming tub. And so we have 6 gallons of sap in here. We have 6 gallons of sap in here. And then we have another one cooking down here. This is the last finishing process that we actually do on propane. So again, we want ventilation because there's propane in here. And so we have a fan going just so that we don't have any poisoning. And then we just set up a table, and as you can tell, we do reading, we do our devos here because there is time to sit. And then we just have our tools down there. So you can see here we have a flat of maple syrup in the house already, but here we have it. Look at that golden goodness. Beautiful, beautiful syrup. So yeah, and then there's the big window, the big view. I love that view. Can't wait to get the full view of the garden eventually, but that we will work on at another time. Going around the outside now. So this side of the greenhouse was the side that we could not finish completely just because the crew was out of time. The only difference is that we don't have the trim around the windows. We did get the tin up, but we don't have the trim around these 4 windows. That will just take time and we'll get that done. But we were able to get the fan installed, have a that no animals can climb in there. And then we come around the front. It is just messy, you guys. It is so messy. So this is the side that is facing the yard. You can see all that all needs to be cooked down. So we're actually quite thankful that it's cool out right now. But this is the front, and it got completed. Sheldon was able to complete the entire wood stove, the stack at the top. So we're just going to wait to finish off this door. Obviously, there's somebody, when we bought it, somebody had stripped it. It had been painted. It hadn't been stripped completely. That we'll have to worry about. And then I will be putting the stained glass into these 2 windows. And then we'll paint. So that is the tour that I will give you for now with the greenhouse. And as far as we are, this is super exciting. It's super exciting that we can use it right away, that we're dealing with the maple syrup already. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, remember, you might have some limitations, but that does not mean you're limited.